Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy. I'm going to try to back up and get this thing in the frame here. This is the 2020 Lincoln Aviator, which is almost a Navigator, but not quite. A little smaller, crossover SUV rather than a full-fledged SUV, but it still has 3 rows, has all-wheel drive, and offers probably almost all of the capability that you'd get in a Navigator in a slightly smaller package with slightly better gas mileage. And personally, subjectively, I think it's one of the nicest looking crossovers on the market because it doesn't really look like all the other crossovers on the market. It's somewhere in between the Navigator and the kind of big and hulking look of a traditional truck-based SUV and the more generic, homogeneous look of most crossover SUVs. I think Lincoln's strongest suit right now is their styling, which of course was once Lincoln's strongest suit. Used to be one of the most elegant car brands on the market, and it's becoming that again. Just a really nice looking, very stately, attractively styled vehicle. Stately without looking geezery. Lincolns looked good 20 years ago, but they also suffered from geriatric syndrome. They tended to attract an older clientele. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I too am getting older. The problem is that that's an inherently limited market. You want to bring in some younger people who might actually be in the market to buy another Lincoln at some point rather than their last Lincoln. Let's have a quick look inside too at some of the stylistically distinctive features of this vehicle, which you won't find in other vehicles. They've done a really nice job of integrating some of the classic themes of 60s era Lincolns. Like, for example, you've got the push button selector for it's actually a toggle, push toggle for the transmission, which I prefer to the dongle stick toggle thing that you find in a lot of new high-end cars. This is nice. It's very tactile. It's very sensible. Plus, it's very different. It's just a unique kind of a thing. Scanning over the dashboard, you'll see that it's got the kind of traditional Lincoln bread box look. If you remember what Lincolns looked like back in the Kennedy years, back in the 60s, there's a similar echo of that here, of course, with some modern electronic stuff, including a digitized dashboard and a large touchscreen here for the infotainment systems. But overall, it's a vehicle that very effectively blends the calm and cool Sinatra vibe of the 60s with a thoroughly modern funk and attitude too, if that makes any kind of sense. I'll have more up at epautos.com shortly, the web's best libertarian gearhead site. Also, I'll have something up about the latest kind of good thing that the Orange Man has done, which is to dial back the federal corporate average fuel economy mandates. However, he could have done a much better thing by getting rid of them altogether, but can't expect that to happen any more than we can expect property taxes and income taxes to go away. The best we can hope for, apparently, is that they dial them down just a little bit. So, thanks for listening, thanks for viewing, and we'll catch up with you again shortly.